Despite these efforts, oil theft in Nigeria is at its highest levels in 5 years.
The only answer is drill, drill, drill. Drill we must.
There are individual national interests.
Smoking, burning their camp, they have surrendered.
They were having massive private gains at public loss.
My name is Roger Bethel. I'm an oil and gas geologist, and I've looked at projects basically all over the world, mostly North America, but I worked in Vietnam, Kazakhstan, Kurdistan, Albania, and Nigeria.
The 625-mile petroleum-rich geological formation along the West African coast has been termed one of the world's least covered magnets for oil companies from around the world. Fossil fuels found here are of high quality, sweet and light.
So if you get nice light crude oil, then you can make a lot more gasoline. Now sweet refers to the amount of sulfur in crude oil. So if there's 0.5% sulfur or more, that's a sour crude. If it's 0.5% sulfur or less, that's a sweet crude. The sweeter the crude oil, so the less sulfur in the crude oil, the less sulfur there is in gasoline. And the less sulfur there is in gasoline, the easier it is for that gasoline to meet the U.S. emission standards.
The oil business is focused in the Niger Delta, and a lot of the production there was being stolen by these pirates.
What you see here is a bunkering point we fixed on our 12-inch delivery line. Some unknown person hot tap drill into the 12-inch line and hot tap it, and eventually what happened is that the valve failed, and we now realize after the whole area has been impacted, we had to recover over 300 barrels of oil from here.
If they didn't get protection money, then they'd sabotage the pipelines.
Oil being great for the few that are connected to the government, and those dollars are accrued to those folks. But what's different is there isn't the infrastructure or the social norms to be able to put that tax revenue back down to the people. It's usually kept in the hands of those that are in power.
What corruption has done is the money meant for public services are now used by individuals for private services.
They had a president called Obasanjo, and he was quite good. He cut on a lot of the corruption, but there's still quite a bit of undercover corruption there.
Oil-rich emerging countries like Nigeria need to expand their non-oil industries like agriculture in order to sustain economic diversity and balance. And the incoming investments from oil revenue need to target the improvement of infrastructure of Nigeria to engage the entire population of the country.
I think it will improve, but it's got to be from the government. The government has to stamp this out.
Well, I think the more that you can educate people about what's going on in those countries, and the more open that we can transfer people and technology between those countries and our countries. For example, bringing Nigerian oil workers to North America to see how it's done in North America. I always think the solution to these problems in those kind of countries is education. Free movement of labor globally and allow people to see how it's done in other places in the world, they can take those practices back to their own countries.